All right, so today we're going to be talking about the power of walking away. Oh,
That's good.
the power of walking away. So the word of the day is redefine. That's going to be important in what we're talking about today. Word of the day is redefine. Redefine means to examine or reevaluate, especially with a view to change. If you're trying to redefine yourself, you want to change. And change is the only way you can grow. You can't stay the same and expect to change. Saying of the day, y'all gonna get this is gonna be kind of ironic because the saying of the day is change is good.
Yeah.
And it is.
It is.
And you need to keep reminding yourself that. Because there's been some times, man, I fought change, bro. I fought change, man, tooth and nail. I'm not going. I don't want to do it. Nope. It's going to be painful. I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm not going to like it. And had to get drugged through some change. And when I came out on the other side, was like, wow, this is better. This is nice. I like this. You can learn from me. There's some changes, man, I had to be drugged into. Change is good, man. This talk is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional guidance, advice, treatment, or diagnosis. If you or someone you know has experienced a mental health crisis, substance use or abuse, or suicidal thought, dial 988. 988 is available 24/7 nationwide and staffed by trained crisis counselors who are just a text or a call away. The power of walking away. 8 examples, but today we're only going through 1 through 4. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in a toxic situation? Think about it. I've been trapped in toxic situations. Some of them toxic situations I was trapped in, I was part of the toxicity. Yeah, because that rubs off. Negativity rubs off. Negativity is like a cancer. You ever heard that saying, misery loves company? Yeah, man. There are some people who are miserable, who don't want to be alone. And they want you to be miserable with them. And if you try to make them happy, they're not going to go for it. They strictly looking for a pity party, and are you willing to give it to them? And I'm going to tell you just like this. There's been some situations I was in that was toxic that I could not change if I was still in that situation. A lot of situations, you got to get out of it in order to change yourself. I'm going to get into that a little bit more. Let's go on. Do you ever feel trapped in a toxic situation? Maybe it's an unhealthy relationship or friendship, or perhaps it's a job that's sucking your soul dry. My Lord. Whatever the case is, it helps to remember that walking away is an option. And in fact, there are times when walking away is exactly what you should do. And it can be one of the hardest things to do in life. Walking away from a situation or a person who you care about and you love can be one of the hardest things in life to do. There's a thin line between helping somebody and enabling their bad behavior. Sometimes you'll help a person more by walking away. We all have reasons for staying in unhealthy relationships and situations. I'm going to say it again. We all have reasons for staying in unhealthy relationships and situations. Sometimes it's an emotional attachment. Sometimes the reason we stay because there's an emotional attachment. There's a difference between emotional attachment and staying for love. Y'all ready for this today? Y'all ready for this today? Because there's a difference between staying with somebody because you love them, and there's a difference between staying with somebody because you got an emotional attachment with them. Because when you stand with a woman because you love her, that means you see value in her and you see value in the relationship. When you stand with somebody because of an emotional attachment, you might just don't want somebody else hitting it. And we keeping it right. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. It ain't that you want her. It ain't that you want to treat her right. It ain't that you want to get your stuff together so the relationship can work. You just don't want somebody else making her moan the way you make her moan. Come on, man. Come on. You just don't want to land up with somebody else. That too. Yeah, that too, buddy. Yeah. You getting it? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's emotional attachment. Sometimes it's financial. Because we don't like them. We like the things they can provide. See, because if I break up with her, I don't have a ride no more. I'm on my own to get around if I break up with her. So I got to at least keep her for the ride. Oh man, I want to break up with her. She getting on my nerves. She make me sick, but she about to get that check in a week. Oh, come on. You about to get that check in the week. And you better be careful because you might be the one getting the check in the week. And sometimes we don't want to give up something we put so much effort in. The only reason some people stay is because they've invested too much in it. It's not that they love the person. It's not that they want to be with the person. It's that they invested too much to walk away now. I don't care. I'll burn the whole thing up and walk away. Forget it when it comes to my peace of mind. Because my peace of mind is not for sale. Here's why walking away is so powerful. Walking away is power. You take your power back when you walk away. The power of walking away, number one, it teaches you how to stand up for yourself. When people are doing stuff to you, disrespecting you, sometimes the way you show them that you got respect and that you can stand up for yourself is walking away from them and cutting them off. It teaches you how to stand up for yourself. Walking away is often seen as a sign of weakness, but it's actually a sign of strength. Don't let nobody tell you that walking away is a sign of weakness, because it's not. Only the strong person can walk away from something they know is not benefiting them. Only a fool gonna stay there and then try to say it's strength. That's strength. Staying with this knucklehead is strength. You are strong if you walk away from that crap. And don't look back. Remember Lot's wife? Remember that? Remember Lot's wife. Because sometimes you got to walk away and don't look back. Sometimes you've been praying to be delivered from some stuff, man, and you'll be a fool to go back to it once God delivers you from it. It teaches you how to stand up for yourself. Walking away often seems a sign of weakness, but in actuality, it's a sign of strength. And one of the most important lessons you'll learn from walking away is how to stand up for yourself. That's one of the most important lessons you're going to teach yourself. Because the more you start walking away from stuff that don't benefit you, you're telling yourself, I value me. And as long as you stay in a situation you know is not benefiting you, it's going to lower and destroy and kill your self-esteem. The longer you stay, the worse off you're going to be. It is easy to let people walk all over you. It is easy to let people walk all over you. Don't take a lot to do that. When you feel like you have no control over a situation, but if you constantly tolerate unacceptable behavior, or put up with things you aren't okay with, you lose sight of your value as an individual. Because guess what? Without that person, aside from that person, you're valuable on your own. And you lost sight of that. And for some reason, you've been with this person for so long that you think you don't have no value when they're not around. That's a codependent relationship. When you're willing and able to walk away from an uncomfortable situation, it shows others. People paying attention, man. People be paying attention. Because somebody that's using you, it might be somebody else waiting in the wings. I can't wait to get my turn. When you lose sight of your value as an individual, when you're willing and able to walk away from an uncomfortable situation, it shows others that your boundaries are firm, and they'll even come to respect you for it. People will respect you for having boundaries and sticking to them. Even knuckleheads. Because when a knucklehead come up with something, when they want to run game, this is what they do, knuckleheads. When they want to run game on somebody, they go through their Rolodex of fools. Oh man, a knucklehead knows that if you want to put a rumor out or a lie out, there's certain people you can go to, and you only got to go to one or two, and you told everybody. But a knucklehead also know there are certain people they can't take that stuff to. The power of walking away. 8 examples, but we only going through 1 through 4. Number 2, it boosts your confidence. Learning to walk away when things don't benefit you boosts your confidence. When you're in an unhealthy situation and trying to decide whether or not it's worth sticking around, it can be easy to worry about what others will think. You may worry that people will criticize, judge, or look down on you for your decision. In reality, it takes strength and courage to admit when something isn't good for you, be it a relationship, a career, because your job can be the thing that's sucking your soul dry, or anything else. It could be a relative, it could be your kids, it could be anything. You got to know the difference. Therefore, walking away can be truly empowering in the same way that it's empowering to stay in a situation you know is right for you. It also teaches you to be confident in your decisions, which helps you build your self-esteem. The power of walking away. Number 8, redefine your priorities. Walking away helps to redefine your priorities. Remember what we said about redefine up here? Redefine is to examine or reevaluate, especially with the view to change. So walking away, a lot of times you cannot clear your head in a toxic situation. You can't clear your head while you in it. You ain't gonna be able to get your stuff together while you in it. You got to separate yourself from it. Because you didn't, let me give y'all some examples, because I ain't giving you a good enough example. You ever went over somebody's house who don't really take real good care of their house? As soon as you walk in, the smell hits you right in the nose like a 2x4. Bop!
Yeah.
You ever done that? It almost to the point where the smell hits you and you got to think twice whether you want to go in. Okay, so you go in. They got baby diapers all in the kitchen, like all piled up in the bag, overflowing over the bag. They got about 3 kids running around. It smells horrible in the house. You're like, I don't want to be rude. So you stay in the house for a little bit before you roll up out of there. Then probably about 30 minutes later, 45 minutes later, you sit around like, I don't even smell it no more. What happened? It smelled bad when I first came up in here, but now it don't smell bad no more. It still smells bad. You just got used to the smell. And the only reason you smelled it is because you came from the outside and experienced that smell. But once you went inside and got comfortable, your body filtered it but it's still the same smell. You're just used to it. Your relationships can be the same way. The relationship smells bad, but to you it's normal. And the only way you're going to see that it's a stinking relationship is when you get out of it and give yourself some time. Because sometimes, look, man, the only way you break a pattern is you got to throw a monkey wrench in there. You want to break a bad habit? You got to break the routine. The power of walking away, we said 1 through 4. Number 3, it helps you redefine your priorities. Walking away forces you to take a step back and reassess the choices you've made up until this point. And it gives you a deeper understanding of yourself and what works best for you. As a result, the priorities and values will become clearer and you'll be able to see what is most important to you. This means that when someone or something new comes along that doesn't meet those standards, it will be easier for you to say no without feeling guilty or afraid of repercussions. So let me break that down for y'all a little bit. When you're in a toxic relationship, you say to yourself, you know what? I need better than this. I need to work on me. I need to work on me since this relationship, but I'm walking away from this relationship. And you walk away and then you take some time out for yourself. What's going to happen is you're never going to fall into a trap like that again once you walk away from it. Once you get yourself out of it and you walk away and you say, I'm done with it because this bothers me, this bothers me. Once you walk away, you're going to be able to assess every single thing that was going on in that relationship. Once you walk away from it, you're going to be able to determine where everything that you did that was wrong and everything that they did was wrong. And that's going to make you a better person for the next relationship. But if you don't walk away and they break up with you, because I'm going to tell you, man, one of the worst things in life to feel is to be with a knucklehead who you know you need to be breaking up with, who you know don't deserve your time, who you know don't respect you, and you still trying to make the relationship work, and then they leave you. They find somebody else and leave you. You say, I could have left you a long time ago. See, either you're going to leave on your terms or you're going to leave on their terms. It's best to leave on your own terms. Also, the power of walking away, we said 1 through 4, the final one for today, because we're picking up back up on this tomorrow. So, the final one for today is the power of walking away. It reminds you that there are other options. There's a lot of women in the world. There's a lot of women in the world, man. If you go on Facebook, man, you see beautiful women all the time. You're like, where all these beautiful women come from? Like every time you turn around, there's a beautiful woman, man. I'm telling you, always. Instagram, always some beautiful women, man. It's countless numbers of beautiful women. So the thing is, you got options out there. There's no reason for you to ever be in a situation with somebody who don't know how to talk to you, don't know how to treat you, and who don't respect you or the relationship. You'd be a fool to stay in something like that. You'd be better off by yourself until you find the right person. There are other options. It's a big world. And the thing about it is today, nowadays, you ain't even got to go to the club to meet somebody. You ain't even got to go to church to meet somebody. You can meet people offline. Man, there's people getting married off of the computer, bruh. And it's going to happen more and more as technology plays a larger part in our life. Hey, listen, man, y'all better quit. Y'all better quit. Now, y'all know they done had this for a long time, man. They used to have it in the newspaper. Man, they had a section in the newspaper where you can meet people. Or you can send messages. Man looking for a woman. Remember that? Woman looking for a man. Used to be back in the day. Y'all don't be fronting. I know y'all was sending Polaroid pictures in the mail. Like y'all wasn't sending Polaroid pictures in the mail to some lady. Yeah, all right. Mm-hmm. It reminds you that there are other options. Sometimes walking away from something can feel like a loss, even when you know the situation is bad for you. But the truth is that no matter what, there are always other options. You just have to look for them. Walking away frees up space for something better to come your way. And it makes room for new people, passions, experiences, and opportunities. We often try to justify staying in a toxic situation by telling ourselves that nothing better will come along. But walking away reminds us of all the possibilities that could be waiting down the road if we have faith in change. Change is good. Don't stay in a toxic situation. You need to change that situation. But there are other options. You don't have to stay with nobody that don't know how to treat you right. And you don't have to be with nobody that don't know how to talk to you the way you need to be talked to. And you don't have to be with nobody who out here trying to use you for what you got. You ain't got a lot, so why you need somebody trying to take what you do have? And there's so many people out there who would love to take what you have. Be careful. Let me recap real quick. The power of walking away, we went through 1 through 4. Number 1, the power of walking away, we said the number 1 was it teaches you how to stand up for yourself. Number 2, we said it boosts your confidence. Number 3, we said walking away helps you redefine your priorities. And then we said the final one, number 4, for today, the power of walking away, it reminds you that there are other options. Any questions, concerns, or comments, y'all, before I let y'all go? Mm-hmm.
You know what? Sometimes I wake up in the morning time, I'm feeling bad, man, depressed. Just as soon as I come in here, it's just like a Christmas tree light up. You know what I'm saying? I know which direction to go after.
After group?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Okay, that's what group is for, man.
Yeah.
That's what I designed it for, is so when you wake up, because look, man, what he's talking about right now is what I went through.
Yes, sir.
What he's talking about right now, like he wakes up back there and he might feel down and depressed. And then he come up in here in this class and he sits down. It's like Christmas.
That's right.
It's like Christmas because when it's over, he walks out of here and he's lifted up again.
That's right.
That's how I started, man. I was so low with self-esteem, confidence, depression, everything you can think of, man. I was suffering from it. And I would go to these trainings and every single training would lift me up a little bit more, man. And then a little bit more. It takes time, man, to get out of a rut. It takes time. It might take him, man, to finally get out of that where he don't need these groups. Where he don't need groups, because eventually if he keep coming to these groups, there's going to come a time where he'll wake up and he'll be feeling depressed and he'll think of something or he'll say something and it'll be like Christmas. Oh my God. That's what we working towards. That's what we working towards, because that's where I used to be. I wasn't like this forever, always. My journey started in 1993.
And you're not cutting you off, but you know what? And in the morning time, you look at you, and when you're talking, you'll be talking from your heart, man. Your face shows it, man. All he wants you to do is just catch on and learn and make it better for yourself. This is what you be doing, and I see it every morning.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate it, man.
Yes.
Appreciate it, yeah.
Every morning that I leave here, this class, it motivates me and it gets me stronger.
Good, man. I want you to be
I leave
motivated.
here with a spirit Like the way you know control, you know, this year, it made me so powerful within myself.
Right,
I
right.
can go around where speaking, I got friends like they drink, I smoke, and it motivate me in that way that I can go around and say, hey, leave you. I say, no, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I know, say, the class helped me.
Right.
I'm strong.
Right.
To go around individuals. When I used to, if I said I dish them or nothing, I can say no.
Right. Now you can say no. Oh my God. Anybody else got another testimonial? Because I like it. I ain't asked for them. But I'm telling you, man, it's good to hear them. Because to be honest with you, that's all this class is for. It's to change your paradigm. It's to change the way you look at the world. Because guess what, brothers? None of us came with instruction manuals when we were born. None of us came with instruction manuals. And even though we might have had supportive people in our lives, we didn't get it all. We didn't, man. And not only that, some of us didn't get anything. All we got was toxicity and people being mean to us. And that's a shame, but that's the life of a lot of people. And then you start thinking that that's the way the world is. No, it's not. It's a small group of people that are toxic and nasty. It's a larger group of people who believe in this, man. It's more of these people than there are toxic people. I guarantee you that. But toxicness is so powerful that you will think that it outweighs the good. Because if you look at TV, all you mostly see is, when you look at TV, come on, man, the movies, the reality shows, the news, music.
Negative.
It's all negative, man. It's talking about everything. It's going to highlight everything you need to destroy your life. I don't listen to music that's telling me to destroy my life. I don't. I don't watch movies that tell me or encourage me to destroy my life. I don't. As a man thinketh, so is he. You got to be careful what you allow into your eyes, what you allow into your ears, because those things that come into your eyes and into your ears eventually come out of your mouth.
You get up and keep coming in here in the morning time. You got to be a fool, not the other time. To be a better person, you have to be.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. If you apply yourself, if you listen, it's gonna get into you, man.
That's right.
And this is the good stuff. This gonna get into you. And I guarantee you, when you leave this place, when you go off to bigger and better things, this will be with you and it'll be a part of you.
Sure will.
I've been doing this, man, since the early 90s, brother.
That's right. And
So I believe in it. I wear this. I wear it.
Yeah.
It's in my soul. That's why when y'all see me in the morning when I'm working on this board, those of y'all who actually see me working on this board, I'm into it because this is important. This is life.
Yeah, that's right.
This is life, man. That's how I take it. This information can help somebody. I don't care if it helps everybody, because I don't have no control over that. But if it helps one person, that's good enough for me. One person hear this and change their life for the better, or change what they doing for the better, I did enough. I did enough.
That's right.
You hear what I'm saying? You can't get your reward twice.
No.
You can't get it twice. You can't be out there giving the homeless man a bag of Burger King and holding your phone at the same time on live. Come on, man. You want your reward twice? That means more to me than anything. That means more to me than money. Because this is life. Life trumps money, man. People put money over life every single day. We see it every single day. Did y'all know they just said one of the richest men in the world, I think he's from India possibly. I just saw it on the news this morning. He's worth $149 billion. One man worth $149 billion when we got whole nations of kids with flies in their faces and stomachs out. We got whole nations of people with no drinking water. And I guarantee you there's going to be some people who are going to see that man worth $139 billion and they're going to say, man, I would love to be him. I don't want to be him. There's something about how you treat people. Look, man, all about our life here on earth, and I'm going to leave it at this because I just want to say this part. All about our life here on earth, man, this experience that we have here on earth, it ain't about accumulating no wealth or no money, man. You see people talking all the time. Go buy you a house. You're going to have all this stuff that you go buy a house. Go buy your house, man. Look, bruh, you got to leave that house back here. And I ain't saying if that's your goal, if that's your dream, ain't nothing wrong with wanting to purchase a house. But what you better remember is that plenty of grandmama and auntie houses got sold after their death. And there's people living in them houses that had nothing to do with them people or the family. Come on, somebody, man.
Yeah.
Come on. People sell grandmama house all the time. Auntie house all the time. You got people living in them houses who ain't even part of your family in them houses who gonna end up reaping the benefits of your hard work. So the question becomes, what did you tell your family? What did you teach your family about God? What did you teach them about hard work? What did you leave with them that wasn't a house? What did you leave with them that's inside of them that nobody can take out? All we can say is auntie had a house. So integrity. Integrity, the definition is the quality of being honest. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles and uprightness. It's the state of being whole and undivided. Integrity, in a nutshell, is what you do when nobody is watching. How you carry yourself when nobody is watching. Doing something good and not expecting something back. Oh man, we all can sound good and do good when the camera rolling. We can all do good and say the good things when we trying to impress people or somebody. But integrity goes above that. Integrity don't care nothing about impressing nobody. Integrity just is. It's just how you are. You're not trying to impress nobody. You're not trying to get no accolades. You just that person. The power of walking away. We got 8 examples. We went through 1 through 4 yesterday, like I stated, and we're going through 5 through 8 today. Number 5, it lets you take back control. You don't have any control when you're in a toxic situation. You just reacting off of people. But if you want your control back, walk away. Because you have that power. Nobody can force you to stay in a toxic situation if you don't want to be in it. What they gonna do, call the police? I want him in his house to deal with my fussing and yelling. He's trying to leave. No, they probably gonna Baker act her. When we are stuck in situations, we often don't realize how much energy and emotion we put into them. Yeah. Having the same argument over and over again. Having the same damn conversation over and over again. Know what that's called? Spinning your wheels. And know what it does? It takes a whole lot of energy and time. Having the same, do you know how taxing and depressing it is to have the same conversation with the same person? How many times do I have to tell you this? This bothers me and you're still doing it? This makes me uncomfortable and you're still doing it? That's the same conversation. Man, we about to get into it. It lets you take back control. When we are stuck in situations, we often don't realize how much energy and emotion we put into them. If you feel trapped, walking away, even if it's temporary, provides you with the freedom and space to make changes. And it's a choice that puts you back in the driver's seat by putting the focus back on you and off of them. Because a lot of times when we with people, they'll give you a whole lot of baggage to carry that don't belong to you and it don't have your name written on it. But since you're in a relationship with them, they expect you to carry the load. Poof. Now here you go, take this. Ha. Now go work that out. You go and try to work all these issues out for them. They ain't got your name written on none of it. Your fingerprints ain't on this stuff. You can't get mad at them because they don't know how to love you. I ain't here to say let's fault people. I'm just saying get hip to what's going on so you can protect yourself. Because sometimes we in situations that we can't help somebody out of. Power of walking away, 5 through 8. Number 6, it establishes your self-worth. When you walk away from something, you're not necessarily giving up. You're just choosing to see your own worth. You can't do the same thing and expect something different to happen. That's insanity. You're both crazy. Because you're in this toxic situation and y'all know y'all miserable and you think it's somebody's supposed to wave a magic wand and sprinkle some pixie dust over y'all's head and it work out. Where does that happen? Where do they do that at? Where can I get some pixie dust? Huh? Don't happen like that. It establishes your self-worth. When you walk away from something, you're not necessarily giving up. You're just choosing to see your own worth. This sends a clear message that you won't be taken advantage of and you value yourself and your time more than whatever is being offered to you. You train people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. You train people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. You don't treat yourself with respect, then don't expect nobody else to treat you with respect. It establishes your self-worth. Let me just run through this real quick one more time. Establish your self-worth. When we walk away from something, you're not necessarily giving up. You're just choosing to see your own worth. This sends a clear message that you won't be taken advantage of and you value yourself and your time more than whatever is being offered to you. It means that you won't accept anything less than what you deserve, and your willingness to walk away shows others how much you value yourself and ensures that they treat you accordingly. The power of walking away, 5 through 8. Number 7, it helps you stay true to yourself. To thine own self be true. That's the most important rule right there. You got to stay true to yourself. And I don't mind helping other people, but if it means I got to degrade myself to help you, I'm not cutting my head off so you can breathe. And if you're asking me to cut my head off so you can breathe, you're not a friend, because friends wouldn't ask you to do that. People are always talking about sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. Do you know what sacrifice means? I mean, do you know what sacrifice means? Sacrifice is nothing you should ever use in a relationship. The only person I know who sacrificed was Jesus. Gave everything up for you. We don't have that capacity. You're foolish if that's what you're doing. Get sacrifice out of your vocabulary, get it out of your mind, and replace it with compromise. You don't have to sacrifice and throw yourself on no sword for nobody and nothing. You can compromise. And anybody who won't accept a compromise, they rather you sacrifice, run in the other direction. It helps you stay true to yourself. Your identity is important. Your identity is important, and your sense of self is the foundation of which your life is built. And your sense of self is the foundation on which your life is built, and is something that should be nurtured and preserved at all times. When we make decisions that compromise our integrity and self-respect, because I don't care who I'm in a relationship, I'm not going to compromise my integrity, and I'm not going to compromise my self-respect for nobody. Come on, man. You got some weird people nowadays, man. You be trying to get to know somebody, she be like, send me some pictures, some naked pictures, ladies. Hell no. People want you to compromise your dignity, your self-respect, man. That stuff is out there forever. Look, man, if you dating somebody or you trying to get to know somebody, they like, send me some pictures or send me some naked pictures, just go online. They got them all online, man. Pull 2 or 3 of them up and send her those. She ain't gonna know. As long as it's not you, bruh. You feel what I'm saying? Your identity is important, and your sense of self is the foundation of which your life is built, and it's something that should be nurtured, preserved at all times. When we make decisions that compromise our integrity and self-respect, we risk losing ourselves in the process. Walking away from situations that threaten this enables you to stay true to yourself and maintain the integrity of your identity so that you don't become someone you don't recognize or someone you don't like. By walking away from toxic situations, you're showing yourself that it's okay to do something for the sake of your own well-being, even if it means disappointing someone else. Doesn't matter if you disappoint somebody, man. What matters is that you always stay true to you. And if staying true to you, disappoint somebody, get away from that person. Don't ever associate yourself with somebody, man, who rather you disappoint yourself, let yourself down, compromise your integrity to make them happy. That's not a fair exchange. The power of walking away, we said 8 examples, 5 through 8, and the final one, number 8. Walking away helps prevents regret and resentment. It prevents regret and resentment. When we allow negative people in toxic situations to be a part of our lives, we risk becoming like them or allowing their influence to drag us down, and holding on to grudges and resentment will stress you out and prevent positivity from entering into your life. So the worst part about being around somebody who is toxic, this is the worst part about it. It rubs off on you. Birds of a feather flock together. We risk becoming like them and allowing their influence to drag us down, and holding on to grudges and resentment will stress you out and prevent positivity from entering your life. Walking away also allows you to let go of negative emotions and toxic thoughts that are holding you back. So understand that negative emotions and toxic thoughts hold you back from living your best life. You don't have to stay trapped in situations or relationships that aren't working, and sometimes walking away is far better than staying and fighting. Walking away is better than staying and fighting. Having a grudge match? Come on, man. We need an octagon ring in your living room. Why put yourself under that torment and have somebody all up in your face every day, sticking their finger in your face? Get your finger out my face. Get your finger out my face. Get your finger out my face. Just leave. Leave. You know what? You ain't gonna stop putting your finger in my face. All right, keep on doing it while I pack these clothes. Yeah, and you're gonna, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, baby, I got you. I'll be out the door, hopping in my car. And then, no problem. Now, when you see me at the movie theater in the line for to buy some tickets with a fine little thing, don't come up to me. Oh, she better not. She gonna get arrested. She'll be arrested at that point. And I don't like putting nobody in jail, but I ain't gonna hit you. I'm not. And if you confront me out in public, 911, click, and I'm gonna make the video while you're doing it. Yep. See, yep. And she just hit me. You see, she just hit me. See that? Because if I hit you, I know I'm going to jail. And I'm gonna lose a whole lot more. I'm not going to let it happen. And not just that, I don't believe in putting my hands on a woman. The willingness to walk away gives you the power to change negative behavior patterns. We said that in order to change a pattern, you have to interrupt it. So walking away helps interrupt that pattern. Or you're going to stay on that hamster wheel. You're going to stay on that hamster wheel. 2 years going to go by, no progress. 5 years done gone by, no progress. And she's going to run into a dude 7 years later she just clicked with, oh, I'm out the door. You better leave on your terms. You better leave on your terms when it ain't working and find you somebody. Also, you don't have to stay trapped in situations or relationships that aren't working, and sometimes walking away is for the better than staying and fighting. The willingness to walk away gives you the power to change negative behavior patterns and create something better. Ultimately, you need to weigh the pros and cons and then decide what's best for you. So we said that on 5 through 8, the power of walking away. Number 5 was it lets you take back control of your life. Number 6, it establishes your self-worth. Number 7, it helps you stay true to yourself. And then number 8, it prevents regret and resentment. I told y'all it was going to be quick today.